All right, this is an out of the theater reaction for Napoleon. This is the new Ridley Scott movie starring Joaquin Phoenix, Vanessa Kirby. Now, the first thing you're gonna say is it epic? Of course it is. Does it have great war scenes? Of course it does. It's Ridley Scott. It is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now, my initial thoughts after seeing it is yes, this is a big, epic wartime film, historical wartime film. I love those types of movies. I haven't seen one in quite a while, so it was refreshing to see one of these things again. I know, strange choice of words to say with all this kind of carnage going on, but the movie itself is beautiful. It is, of course, shot well. The score is wonderful. The negatives, as much as I think the performance by Joaquin Phoenix is incredible, and I think Vanessa Kirby actually steals the show, and more on that in a second, there is a clear choice to have Joaquin Phoenix in an American accent the whole time. Now, it's one thing if everybody's not talking French. I can get past it. Having an American accent the whole time, no matter how good the performance was, it took me out from time to time. Now, that might be a me thing. That might not be for everybody, but it was definitely a little jarring for me. However, I also thought about maybe he tried a French accent and it wasn't that great. That would have been more jarring. If you were like, every time he talks, you're like, oh, that accent isn't good. So that was one of the negatives. Another negative is the fact that they're covering so much in the course of the run of Napoleon that they have to kind of jump in time. And there's like, okay, well, this really big moment happened. How do you know? Well, they just said it did. And then we're in like, they build up on this relationship with another foreign leader, and he's at one point partnering up, and then they're not partnering up. And like, well, why not? What happened there? Where was the scene? And again, that might be a me thing, but that was a little bit jarring as far as that one. What again worked really, really well was showing the strategy of the leader that Napoleon was, the strategic genius that he was, and showing these battles and the ferocity of the battles and how war ain't grand. But what is also one of these things that they do very well is that they set up this, very, and they use the word melancholy, but this morbid gameplay for what war is, and like it's very, very interesting the way they take the battlefields and put them into play, and how you looked at like the generals playing against each other, but I enjoyed watching it. I absolutely did. Is it one of the best movies of the year, like I hoped it would be? No, but it's a very good film by a great filmmaker, and another good performance by a great actor. But Vanessa Kirby, to me, steals the show. And that's really what this movie is about. It's the relationship between Napoleon and Josephine, and how to say it's toxic, the relationship is probably accurate. But what they go through, and in their lifetime, through the battles, and watching this guy going from a soldier looking for a promotion to ultimately becoming the king, dictator of France. It's a journey, and you go on the journey with him. So I enjoyed watching it. It's, again, a good movie. Wanted it to be great, but it's good. Is it worth seeing in the theater? Absolutely, you should see this movie in the theater, especially if you're into the historical war dramas, if you're a Ridley Scott fan, if you're a Joaquin Phoenix fan, and most people are going to become more and more Vanessa Kirby fans. So that's my out of the theater reaction for Napoleon. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 200,000 even faster than we got to 100. So hit that button. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.